So we start like this. Thank you very much for being with us today. Very sorry for the layout that is not very much performing today. Don't know what happened. The Global Business Group every week presents a specific event in order to give the opportunity to different companies around the world to be known in the rest of the world or in the areas where they would like to access. The Global Business Group is was born 1 year ago, more or less, having the purpose to unlock the potential of international business. And today, our goal is to improve the business of our associates around the world to make international business as easy as local business. We accelerate innovation and growth to help associates to achieve their business dreams. And this is part of what we are doing. We are now 22 associates collecting for every country specific local teams working to make successful business for all the companies around us. And we have now covered 190 business opportunities going from $1,000 until $500 million. So the possibilities are enormous. The Global Business Group focuses on business advisory, import-export opportunities, market entry, investment funding. We are working also on training and educational for business, of course. The Global Business Group has a massive global impact, and this is just the beginning. So the way we have to help our group to increase and our companies to become more and more known in our world is absolutely at your availability. It's absolutely available for all of you, sorry. And we are now present in internet, on LinkedIn, and our events are very well known now on YouTube, and many people around us are following the events that we record and we make available after this recording. Today and every Tuesday, we have a specific business day that is dedicated to one specific company. And today we are listening and knowing much better an Israeli company presented by Ayal Pinhassi, and I'm very happy because Danny Benjamin, our representative of Israel, and our associate in Israel is presenting him today. So if you want to introduce yourself, if Danny wants to help you in order to present you much in a more proper way, the floor is yours. Ayal, we are very happy to know you better. Thank you very much.
I just say a few words, Ayal. I've known Ayal now almost since 2 years, and he has helped me with the business referrals, and he in fact introduced me to Dirk, and that's how I came to be in GBG. So what goes around comes around, and so I'm very happy to have him in my network of business associates in Israel who can help companies from around the world who want to make a presence in Israel. And I will leave Ayal to introduce himself, and so you can see the benefits from knowing him. Thank you.
Thank you, Danny, and thank you very much, Manuela and Dirk. I'm really excited to be here. I will just start my presentation. It will take a moment, and then we can calmly proceed, right?
Absolutely, go on.
Okay, so here we are. I hope you can see it clearly and full screen. Can you?
Of course, perfect.
Yes. Great. So here I am, brand and pack designer, Ayal Pinhassi. I come from Israel. I'm an Israeli born Tzaba, they call it, Sabres. And I am 60 years old and I am into good design. And my life story in the regarding this design has been with Unilever for many years in Israel, and I have worked in Unilever for 27 consecutive years as a packaging and branding specialist. I've started as a graphic designer. I studied a lot there, and I became a manager of the design team. And I did this for 17 years. And after that, I worked as a manager of R&D packaging, also for 3 years. So altogether, 27 years of excellence in this area. And you can see here some of the Unilever brands that are present in Israel that I have come to work on. Many of them you can't distinguish because they are not international, but many are. So I had the opportunity to work with the international teams and study a lot through that and give my contribution, let's say, to the success of the company and of our associates. Okay, so here are just a few of my designs with Unilever Israel. As you can see, it's mainly food products, and also this series is hair care, and this is the area where I have become a specialist, and the opportunities or the let's say the kinds of packaging that I had to deal with are very different, and many kinds of packaging, like you can see here, cardboard, paper, shrink sleeves, labels of all sorts, and also flexible packaging and glass, etc., etc., etc. You name it, I did it. So later, in the last 7 years, I am independent freelancer, and I have designed a lot of branding for different companies, large and small and medium-sized, and not all of them are into packaging at all, but still my best practice is with packaging. You can see other logos and brand identity that I've developed through the years, and it's just really to savor the eye, as you say, just to enjoy the view. But this is not the main point of our presentation today. In the last years, I have worked with several companies for food and hair care and body care products. And here you can see mainly products that are for the Israeli market and for the international market. This is one of my closest and long-time clients, which is King Solomon dates. In Israel, they're called Hadiklaim, the palm growers. And I have helped them with their local and international branding, and there are a few brands that we've developed together, and all the packaging that they have in different kinds of markets and for different, let's say, projects or different kinds of target markets. Okay, here you can see a series of fish, frozen fish, and this is the tahini, which is Israeli delight sesame paste. These are frozen sausages for a meat producer. You can see that in each series there's the solution of the differentiation. You need to identify the specific flavor that you're looking for, and also see the whole picture of the brand, and the brand needs to be very prominent. This is for the Israeli market, and it is an Israeli company, but they plan on going abroad in small quantities. We shall see how it goes. This is a care product series that I have designed for an Israeli producer. And you can see rice meals that are produced in Thailand and are sold now in the USA. These are, again, tahini and also dry dates for the European market with less packaging on the left. I don't know if you can see my cursor, so I'm just pointing it out loud, okay? So here you can see a bigger picture of the frozen fish. And you can see also that I have designed point of purchase stands and all that is needed. These are on the right hand, upper right hand, you can see a variety of frozen vegetables for the US American market. And here an American brand that came to Israel and they wanted to sell dates here. So I also designed this series for them. So as you can see, I make it a point to have to each brand their own unique language and communication codes. Okay, so it's not my style or my ideas or whatever. If there is a code that is the brand's code, I use it, and I use it in the most appropriate way. If there is no code, I create one, and then we can produce more, and we can add more products to the series, and every client can identify very clearly what this is all about, that this is the same brand and the same company. Oh, just a minute. Okay, so what we are really seeking is this, right? When we're selling products, this is the moment. This is the engagement we are seeking to get. We want the client that goes along the aisle to see the product from afar, come closer, reach, take it off the shelves, and then 95% of success of him putting the product in his bag to go. Yes, the 95% of success that they will really purchase the product. So the importance of packaging design is, words cannot describe how important it is. Okay, so here I can show you the same bottle, the same product with different, just slightly different additives and stuff, but it is a really similar product, but they are aimed at different target markets in Israel. So I needed to use different signals to communicate the products to the company, to the clients, to the customers. So on the left, you can see the value for money design. And this is a private brand, Rami Levy, big chain store in Israel that is the main idea behind this brand is that they are cheap, okay? So the design should look cheap. The second one, second to the left, is an Arabic brand, El Amir, which means the prince. And it is for the authenticity seekers, Israelis that are looking to have an Arabic Palestinian sort of product, authentic product. In the middle, you can see three healthy lifestyle seekers edition under the Tvuot brand. And these come as natural and organic, and one with spirulina and one with garlic, which are flavored. And on the right hand, you can see a series that is aimed at the convenience and good food seekers that we show how you can see it's much more presenting the food in a much more, let's say, appetite raising pictures. And also you can see the on the bottom part, you can see the consumption, let's say, opportunity on a picnic or when you're making a salad, etc. So the same battle, different target markets, so different signals. So how am I doing it technically? You can see here that this, on the left hand, you can see the layout of such a packaging, okay? So you can see that also you can see all these diagonal lines, and this has to be acknowledged that technically I have to adjust the width of the different elements in order for them to look correctly when the sleeve, it is a sleeve, plastic sleeve that, you know, when it goes on the packaging, it is contracted. Yes, it's it gets a little smaller and not evenly, not in an even manner. So I have to take this into consideration when planning the design. And this is the plan. Here you can see another kind of packaging with which is a cardboard packaging, paper packaging. So you can see also the planning is different, and we have to pay attention for each panel has its importance. Maybe there's a front and a back panel which are more representative, and on the right hand you can see a panel that has no information on it because a sticker will be pasted on that, and I have to know this from the beginning, and I'm planning it in the appropriate way. And on the left hand, you can see all the information that is needed about, you know, the food quality, food manufacturer, etc. In Israel, there are many regulations that we can or we should take into account. There's the kosher. I don't know if you are aware of kosher. Kosher is the religious authorization that this is right for Jewish people. There's a mandatory high sugar or high fat or high sodium symbols if your product is in this area, if there is some need for that. The nutritional values, the production and expiry dates have to be in a certain place and certain size. The weight, the volume formats, etc. So I know all these regulations, and I'm also working with people who are which they can edit and write the text in the way that is legal. So when we have this kind of packaging, there are lots of things to think about. First, we need the image to stimulate the taste buds, right? It has to appeal to us, as we said before. We need the information to make people understand that this is for them and this is safe. We need to think about the shape for identification. We need to think about the color also for identification of the product and of the brand. There should be a call for action. Yes, you can see here it says in red limited edition, and also usage instructions in the small oval shape. It says shake and then pour, because otherwise the sauce, the vinaigrette sauce is not together. Yes, it's not even. And also, of course, the logo and for identification and presence. So all this is taken care of when design is made. It's not. You have to think about it. So I want to share. Would you like a story and see some case study? Yeah, of course. So here's the story of the Oppenheimer chocolate chips. Okay, Oppenheimer chocolate chips is a very well-known chocolate chip brand in Israel, and they're a rather small company and very, very old and very orthodox, very orthodox. It was very hard to change anything in these packagings, but they look bad. I'm sorry, they look bad. They don't appeal to the public at all, and this bear doesn't look like he's enjoying life at all. So we had to do something. I was asked really to add another product to the series. They have 4 products, and I was asked to have another one added, but I couldn't work with this design. So I suggested the following. First of all, let's do something with the bear, okay? So on the left hand, you can see my suggestion, small tweak of the bear, which looks rather nice now, right? You can see the original on the in the left hand square rectangle. You can see the left is my solution and near it the original. So you can see there's the change is not big, but it is a big change anyway. Okay, but I kept the familiar characteristics. On the right hand, you can see another idea which I didn't believe they will take anyway, but I thought it's worth the try to make them confident that they are making the right decision. It is also psychology doing my work, okay? So you can see I drew this nice bear, and it's a she bear, and she wants to, or maybe it's a he bear, I don't know. And he's a chocolate bear, and is very appealing and happy. And then I showed them how this bear or those bears would look on the packaging. So I suggested 3 alternatives. One is on the A1 is cleaner packaging, okay? The B is using the second bear and is much more fun. And the A2 is a similar solution with the first bear, okay? And I also suggested, you can see on the left hand, that we can take now, because of the technology that has changed, the printing technology, we can now have a real real images of real products on the packaging. So why use a drawing when you can have a picture? So they agreed. So, and you can see the original on the bottom. So we had a discussion, it was very interesting. And they, of course, chose number. Which one would you say? I can't hear you, so I'll tell you it's
A1.
No, they went for A2, okay? They went for A2. And here you can see the final packaging. I added, you can see on the side, you can see those waves, and those waves are for distinguishing the different products in the series, because they have one bittersweet chocolate, and the one is milk chocolate, etc. So they should have some kind of signal, a very strong color signal to show, to make the public understand which one and remember the color. Okay, so this is the final packaging. And then it doesn't end here, because we also needed to make a point of purchase stand, which you can see on the left hand. I took a very standard stand, and I made some alterations so that it would be much nicer and eye-catching. And on the right hand, you can see in the middle, and on the right hand, you can see the sales presentation from the trade. This is also something that I give as a service. Of course, I didn't write the text, they did, but I did the design and they could use it. And I did it as a basic design so they can insert their own text and change it. So this was this story. I can show you also some innovative propositions that we have come to offer, and this was also, it is already manufactured in, and I have designed this packaging in 6 languages already, including Japanese. So and the European languages like Danish and of course English and French, etc. So it is a great opportunity. I named it 3 dates to go, which is nice because it comes as a snack really for people to buy on the train station, okay, or on the go, or where they are in the sports club, etc. So this is a nice solution, and I have a colleague and we work together on these ideas, and we gave them the complete solution, including the packaging design, I mean the technical design and everything.
I have a couple of questions for, in particular, talking about the language. Can I ask you a question now?
Yes, sure.
One question says, given that Israel is not a big market, is it sufficient to sell international English packaged products, or do you need a specific study for international products? And this is something important because it's very near to a question I had. Could we declare that you are the key to access the Israeli market for a foreign company? The two go quite together as questions.
Yes, so I will give you the answer. So it is, of course, about quantity. Yes, because yes, it costs a lot to translate the original packaging. There are rules for that in Israel. You may put a sticker, a label in Hebrew and in Arabic if you like, but it has to be in Hebrew, and with a translation. You can insert the packaging the products into the market with this label on it, if it's approved, and there's no problem with that. When you see that the quantities are getting larger, you can incorporate the Hebrew text in the design, like people do for other languages, like for Polish or for, I don't know, Serbian, etc. Other smaller cultures, but they also need to be catered for. Yes, so they can. I can help with that as well.
This was a particular also educational moment. When we talked about the educational moments of the Global Business Group, this event is particularly educational. So thank you very much for this. And what is the importance of color in packaging, and what colors sells best in Israel?
What colors sell best? I cannot answer that because it is maybe this picture will give you it will give you a clue. Can you see the person in green up there? I mean, everybody is shouting out of the shelf, right? So when I'm designing, I am making such a simulation of the packaging near its competitors of an actual picture. Yes. So the colors, I mean, Israelis in food, Israelis mostly love bright colors. So we're very warm and enthusiastic people and loud. So we use loud colors and bright colors. But if you want to be on let's say the health shelf, bright colors do not work there. You need to have muted colors, but with an idea, something that would work with that. I mean, you can have, I don't see that the difference is very large from, let's say, European market, okay? Because we have a big influence of European design in Israel, okay? We are less text-oriented like in America. You know, USA is all about large text. No, Israeli design is not like that. It is not very text-oriented. It's more symbols-oriented, okay? Let's say, we are less crowded mostly than, let's say, Indian design. Indian design use different colors, combinations, and a lot of elements on the packaging, mostly, okay, from what I've seen. So we use a little less than that. So we're in the middle, Middle East, middle design.
So what is the importance of design in general in B2B for Israeli market?
I think it's crucial. I think design is crucial for B2C, B2B, for everybody. Design is the way of communication without words. Design is an arrow straight to your heart. Okay, if you like it, you like it. You take it, you enjoy it. If you don't like it, if you are not engaged with this right away, there's no time to waste. I mean, it takes a lot of money to advertise and to, let's say, educate people about your products. If you need to have, if your design is less appealing, you need to invest more in publication, etc., in publicity.
Of course, of course. I like very much the passion you're putting into in your words, because it seems, and it is, that you really like what you do and what you did probably for all your life since the very first beginning. So I I leave you the rest of the time available, a few minutes left to conclude your event and to tell us maybe a couple of more information that you wanted to underline before concluding this specific event for today.
Great, thank you. So I'll just say it up loud what I've written here for you today. We can help, we is my studio and my associates here that I'm representing. We can help manufacturers of food, toiletries, cleaning products mainly, okay, because this is my specialty. We can help CEOs and marketing executives, independent marketing and management consultants like yourselves. We can help you to adapt and launch new fast-moving consumer goods products in Israeli market, to update the design of best fit the Israeli taste. Like you've seen that I have a lot of experience with this, and connect to Israeli packaging manufacturers if and when you decide to, let's say, repack in Israel. If you are sending bulk and you want to repack in Israel in specific Israeli packagings, we can help with that. I can also help you with the technical R&D services available here through my partner. And actually that it is. And if you have golden nuggets or questions or anything, you can ask again, or if there is no time, that's okay.
I tried to put some questions here and there before this moment, because I really wanted that we were able to answer the questions of our audience. So I'm very happy to have listened, to have been the opportunity to listen to your words. It was a very educational moment, truly, because it was extremely interesting for me also to know your country much better. And I think we have reached the end of the event. Danny, if you want to thank you also, to thank also our guest of today, and we are inviting all of you for next week and for next event. Please, Danny, if you want to stay.
So thank you, Ayal, for it's always interesting to listen to you, and it was no different this time. And even though I've heard parts of what you've said before, it was you had me from the moment you started to the moment you ended, and I think you have emphasized the professional quality of your work, and I think you're a valued connection for me, myself, and definitely for GBG partners here. So thank you once again, and thank you all of you for attending.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Dirk, for organizing this again. And thank you for all the audience, and we will meet for the ordinary meeting of the Global Business Group of all the associates, and we will meet next week for the next event. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, and thank you very much.